Okay. What does that sound? It's on mute and it's doing that? No. I'm just hearing like snap, crackle, and pop. What's going on with that? You're sure you're on mute? All right. What? All right. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Happy Adar. It's the Hebrew month of Adar, and when we enter Adar, we're supposed to increase happiness because we have the great holiday, the joyous holiday of Purim, which we'll be celebrating tonight, casting of the lots. I'm Rabbi Matt Berger. It's great to be with all of you here, with the family as we bring in Shabbat, our time of rest, and our time to be with our loved ones. I'm here with Gail Maller, our
Shabbat
director
Shalom,
of...
everybody!
Got the grogger, the whole cat in the hat bit. Wonderful. And I've got some, looking like Mardi Gras beads.
Yeah, party time. Party.
Shabbat begins when the sun goes down. What a special time to be with friends and family. So let's welcome Shabbat with the words of Hine Matov, how good it is. Hine Matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. I'm going to light the Shabbos candles, saying thank you, God, for the things and the people that make our life nice, and for the blessing of Shabbat and lighting these two candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We can say Amen. Now that those 2 Shabbat candles are lit, we can rise. And we're going to turn to the words of the call to prayer, saying we are ready to go. We're ready to pray the Barhu, which means blessed are you, God. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Baruchu et Adonai, Amevorach. Baruchu et Adonai, Amevorach. Baruch Adonai Amevorach, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Amevorach, Leolam Va'ed. Yai lai lai lai. Now we're going to prepare for the most important prayer in our entire service, the words of the Shema, where we say, "Hear, O Israel," by opening up our eyes, seeing and experiencing all the wonderful things we can do in our lives. The beauty of nature, being with family, playing outside, all these things are wonderful things to be grateful for. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. All right, feel free to.
I think that your song is at the end.
So, we're going to do a couple Purim songs. The first one, it's a classic. It's called Chag Purim. A Chag, trying to say that, Chag is a holiday, and Purim is the festival of lots, kind of like you're picking something from a bowl, like a goldfish bowl that's filled with little papers, and you're picking one of those. This one's called Chag Purim. Chag Purim, what a happy holiday. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, what a happy holiday. Wear a mask, wear a crown, sing all around. Round go the roggers, rosh, rosh, rosh. Round go the roggers, rosh, rosh, rosh. Round go the roggers, rosh, rosh, rosh. Happy holiday. That round go the roggers, rosh, rosh, rosh. That's the sound that we hear during Purim. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Purim. Wear a mask, wear a crown, then sing all around. Round go the roggers, rosh, rosh, rosh. Round go the roggers, rosh, rosh, rosh. Round go the roggers, rosh, rosh, rosh. Happy holiday. I was going into the all Hebrew version for a moment. Hagborim, Hagborim, Hagadola Yehudim. Happy holidays for the Jewish people. All right, this is one of my favorites. If you're happy and you know it, and you can get up and do things, probably stand up for this one, I would say.
Stretch up.
Because you're stomping your feet and you're clapping your hands, and Miss Gail will tell you all how to do it.
Okay, good. Do some stretches.
Stretches and calisthenics. If you hear the name of Haman, stomp your feet. If you hear the name of Haman, stomp your feet. If you hear the name of Haman, if you hear the name of, if you hear the name of Haman, stomp your feet. You can also boo and things like that. Boo.
Boo,
How about
boo.
Esther, though? That's happy. If you hear the name of Esther, clap your hands. If you hear the name of Esther, clap your hands. If you hear the name of Esther, if you hear the name of Esther, if you hear the name of Esther, clap your hands. This next one's tough. I always say King A. That's easy. It's Hashverosh.
Tongue
Let's say
twister.
King A.
Good.
If you hear the name of King A, turn around like that. If you hear the name King A, turn around. If you hear the name King A, turn around. If you hear the name King A, if you hear the name King A, if you hear the name King A, turn around. And Mordecai is going to be a hip hip hooray. If you hear the name of Mordecai, shout hooray.
Hooray!
If you hear the name of Mordecai, hooray.
Hooray!
If you hear the name of Mordecai, if you hear the name of Mordecai, if you hear the name of Mordecai, say hooray.
Hooray!
That's some good spirit right there. That's pretty awesome. And guess what? It's already story time. There are some pretty good Purim books out there. And this one, another PJ Library classic, because I read this to my kids when they were younger, The Better Than Best Purim by Naomi Howland. Written and illustrated. A dual threat. Very impressive. Just like Dr. Seuss and the Cat in the Hat. He wrote all the words, did all the illustrations. Purim is coming. Time to bake some better than best Hamantashen. Those are the Haman's ears. It's kind of like a triangle. Said the little old lady. Will you help me? She asked her cross-eyed cat. The cat stretched and said, is Purim so soon? Very soon, said the little old lady. I'm too busy right now, said the cat. I have to wash my fur. And she jumped off the chair. The little old lady turned to her noisy parrot. What kind of sound does a parrot make? What kind of sound? Rah, 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 something like that. Will you help me make some better than best Hamantashen? The parrot stopped preening his feathers, making himself look good, and said, is it really almost Purim? Almost, said the little old lady. Maybe later, squawked the parrot. I'm going to play pirates. Arrgh. And then he flew out of the kitchen. Little old lady, looks like she went under the table and woke up her one-spotted dog. Can you help me to make Hamantashen? The cat's washing her fur. The parrot's playing pirates. The dog yawned and said, sorry, I can't. I'm going to catch a ball. He trotted out of the room. These animals are no help at all, huffed the little old lady. I'll have to make some better than best Hamantashen all by myself. So she measured and sifted and measured. Got a lot of flour all over her head, too. Then she scooped and mixed and mixed and scooped. She beat the butter and broke the eggs and grated and added a teaspoon of her special secret ingredient. Crash, bang. What's going on in there? Called the little old lady. Nothing, said the animals. Good. Then you can help me roll out the dough for better than best Hamantashen, replied the little old lady. I'm cleaning my whiskers, said the cat. I want a cracker, sang the parrot. I'm chasing my tail, said the dog. There's always an excuse, complained the little old lady. She fetched. And she floured and rolled and rolled and floured and cut out little circles, and you usually do that with a glass cup. What are you up to? Crash, called the little old lady. Nothing, answered the animals. Fine, exclaimed the little old lady. Then you can help me fill this dough for better than best Hamantaschen. I'm taking a nap, said the cat. I'm flying to Peru, shouted the parrot. I'm fetching a stick, said the dog. They never want to work, grumbled the little old lady. I'll have to fill the Hamantaschen myself. And she folded and pinched and pinched and folded until she had dozens of perfect triangles. She put the trays in the oven and waited for the cookies to bake. The dog sniffed the air. We better hurry, he said. Soon the little old lady took the cookie trays 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the oven. I can't eat all these myself, she said. Who will help me eat my better than best Hamantaschen? I will, said the cross-eyed cat. I will, screeched the noisy parrot. Me too, said the one-spotted dog. I don't know if I should share any of my better than best Hamantaschen. The old lady pouted. You didn't help bake them. But we are busy, all the animals said together. Surprise! Happy Purim! Shouted the cat, the parrot, and the dog. There were masks and streamers, music and noisemakers, and there were baskets of goodies for all their friends. The little old lady and her friends danced and sang, told stories, and played games. They ate dozens of Hamantaschen and had the better than best Purim party ever. And everyone helped clean up. Parents, isn't that great? Everyone helped clean up. It's always good. Clean up is very important.
Works for me.
So every Shabbat, parents and grandparents, you have the opportunity to give a special blessing to your child or children called Birkat Hohanim, which is Hebrew for the priestly blessing. Blessing we can give to our kids. And Miss Gail, why don't you read the English, and then I'll follow with the Hebrew.
May God bless you and keep you every moment, every day. May God smile at you and fill your heart in every way. May God help you find the goodness in everything you do. May you be blessed with peace and love.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May your lives be filled with peace and love. Now we're going to turn to the blessing over the fruit of the vine, the grape juice, followed by the motzi, giving thanks to God for the bread from the earth. We can chant this blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
L'chaim. There was plaster on the right.
And we're hermetically sealed for, you can ask your parents or grandparents what that means. Means incredibly sealed. For the motzi. Motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Good. Let me.
That was very good challah.
It's always nice and fresh.
Very fresh, very soft, had a good smell. All right, so this may well be a new one for you, but it's got a really catchy chorus, which repeats a lot. It's called I Like Hamantaschen. It goes like this. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nuts. I like Hamantash, yummy, delicious, and sweet. Just like that, try it. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nuts. I like Hamantash, yummy and sweet. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nuts. I like Hamantash, special for rum tree. Do we put them on our nose? No, no, no. Do we put them on our toes? No, no, no. Do we put them on our clothes? No, no, no. Everybody knows that we eat them. Everybody knows that we eat them. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nothing. I like Hamantash, yummy, delicious, and sweet. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nothing. I like Hamantash, special for rum tree. Do we put them on our bed? No, no, no. Do we put them on our head? That's silly. No, no, no. Do we put them on a sled? No, no, no. Everybody knows that we eat them. Everybody knows that we eat them. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nothing. I like Hamantash, yummy, delicious, and sweet. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nothing. I like Hamantash, they're so for a treat. Do we put them on our knees? No, no, no. Do we put them on a tree? No, no, no. Do we feed them to a flea? They might like it. No, no, no. Everybody knows that we eat. Everybody knows that we eat them. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nothing. I like Hamantash, yummy, delicious, and sweet. I like Hamantash, they're so good for nothing. I like Hamantash, special for rum tree. That was a lot of fun.
That was very yummy.
Yes. All right, and now Miss Gail's going to take it away with a special Purim craft on, you guessed it, Hamantashen.
That's right.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hamantashen is the theme tonight and for Purim. Hamantashen are what shape out there? Let me hear. Not a circle, not a triangle. Right. I baked these this morning, so I wanted to show you like when they're baked, because I don't have an oven behind me. But I baked them this morning, and it is a triangle, 3 corners, because Haman's hat had 3-cornered hats. So we eat a triangle special cookie with a pocket inside that we can fill with all kinds of yummy things. So I have a very quick way to show you, but before we do that, I think practice is always good. So I have some Play-Doh here. This is just practice, not to eat. And I'm going to take out some of my Play-Doh. Here's some yellow. Maybe it looks a little bit like dough, the color of dough. And I am going to take just a little plate here to put it on. And what you're going to do is pretend you're practicing how to make Hamantashen with Play-Doh. Okay, so I'm going to make it like a ball. You see? Round like a ball. Except this one you're not going to throw it, or toss it. You're going to make it like a ball, and you're going to press it down on your table or your plate or in your kitchen counter. And with your strong muscles, you're going to take the palm of your hand. So you don't even need a rolling pin or anything for this. Just need the palm of your hand, and you're going to flatten it out. Flatten the circle. Keep it in a circle, though. And you get something like this. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take a cup. This is glass, but you can use plastic at home, but a cup that has a drinking cup, that kind of circle. And I am going to use it as my cookie cutter or my Play-Doh cutter. So you don't even have to go out and buy a circle, cookie cutter. You could just use your cup at home, just a drinking glass. I'm going to put that down. So now I have a beautiful circle here. Pretend it's the dough of the cookie. But the cookie has some kind of filler inside. So how about some purple, like jelly? Maybe like jelly. I'm going to take a little bit of the jelly or the purple dough. I'm going to put it in the center, just like this. Then, pinching. Now, this is the only time pinching is allowed, because we're not pinching anybody. We're just going to pinch the dough or the cookie. So I'm just going to take my pinching fingers. Let's see your pinching fingers. And I am going to pinch the top part together of the circle. So I have a little pointy top to my cookie. Then I'm going to take the two sides of the circle, and I'm going to bring it up and pinch them together gently. And what shape did I get? I got a triangle, a Play-Doh Hamantaschen that you can practice before you use the dough. You can do any colors you like. I have maybe orange for apricot, red for raspberry, purple for grape jam. And you can have so much fun of just making Play-Doh Hamantaschen. But now to the real thing. Okay. Ooh, okay. Hands up a little. I have in this little cooler cookie dough. I have cookie dough, Pillsbury cookie dough. So what I'm going to do is this. I am going to gently have your parents do this with a scissor. I'm going to cut the top off so I can open the container. And I'm going to set it to the side. Then I'm going to take a plate. And what we need is what I have on my table here. Let me show you what I have on the table, okay? I baked Hamantaschen. I baked one with Nutella inside, and I dipped it in chocolate with sprinkles. Let me take all this off. With sprinkles. Then I thought about this. I took the cookie dough and I put chocolate chips in the cookie dough, and then marshmallows in the center like a s'mores Hamantaschen. So all the whole triangle is like a chocolate chip cookie, but a Hamantaschen. Then I wanted to make it with some apricot jam. I like apricot. I also like raspberry. I like most jams. But you can use whatever your favorite is. And here is another one with Nutella inside. That bakes really well. And I made some small ones dipped in chocolate with sprinkles, and I let it dry. And there are my Hamantaschen. Now, I do want to give you a little tip at home, parents and kids. If you use sugar cookie dough from the store, it's perfectly fine. It will kind of spread out a little bit and flatten out in the oven. When you take them out, when they're done, you take a spatula or a cake cutter and press the sides together to kind of give it a little more of a triangular shape. Shortbread dough, or dough you would make homemade with lots of butter, will make your Hamantaschen rise a little more. But cookie dough tastes delicious. So all you do is when you take it out of the oven, before you take it off the cookie sheet, you just kind of flatten the sides and make it like a triangle, and it will cool off perfectly fine in a triangular shape. So what I have here is I have chocolate chips, I have sprinkles, I have marshmallows, Nutella, apricot, raspberry jam, but you can use whatever you like. Have fun with it. Be creative. So what I'm going to do is you want to have your cookie dough very chilled. Not frozen, but chilled. Firm and chilled. And I'm going to take about an inch or a little bit more, and I'm going to cut some off. But before I put it on the surface that you're going to be working on, take some flour, some just normal flour that you would bake with, some baking flour, and I would take it in a spoon and just sprinkle it on the plate. Flour, if some of you have baked before with friends and family, flour is the key to help the cookie dough not to stick to the surface. So now what we're going to do is, what do we do with the yellow Play-Doh? Right. We made a ball. So here, another ball. So you really don't even, you can have fun with a rolling pin too, but you can just kind of use your muscles. So I'm going to make a ball again out of the cookie dough. I'm going to place it on my floured surface. And what did I do next? That's right, I pressed my palm down on it, and I pressed it down, and just kind of made it not too thin, but not too thick. Again, it's a cookie, it's going to be delicious, so however you create it is the best cookie ever. So I'm going to just flatten this down, and then what did I do? I took my cup, which is my cookie cutter, see the circle, this is really nice. The triangle cookie is actually two shapes. It started with a circle, but then it became a triangle. So that's a good way to practice our shapes too. So now I'm going to just press down using your muscles, not too hard. You want to break the plate. Although this is paper. And now I'm going to take the scraps. When you have your scraps of your dough, don't throw them out. You can use them for more cookies. So I'm going to place it on here. And now I don't want to do too much because there's flour. I have my circle just like I had with my Play-Doh. What should I try? Oh, you want me to, Nutella? Nutella's really good. I'm going to open up some Nutella. And with a little spoon, and Nutella's a little sticky. Nutella does have hazelnuts in it, so depending on allergies, I'm sure your parents know if there are any. But if you can eat hazelnuts, Nutella's a chocolate hazelnut spread, and it's sticky. So I would take another spoon, and you don't need a lot, just like a half a teaspoon. That's what I would say, a half a teaspoon. And now what did I do? Where's your pinching fingers? Let me see them. Right, pinch the air. Okay, that's the way we can pinch today. Let's see your pinching fingers, your thumb and your pointer. Pinching. I'm going to take the top part and make sure you have enough flour and pinch the top, just like I did on my Play-Doh Hamantaschen. Now I'm going to take the bottom and pinch the two sides. I do have a suggestion. After you're done making your Hamantaschen, the dough will get a little soft. My suggestion is to put the plate in the refrigerator or the freezer with all the Hamantaschen for about 15 minutes. Then place them on a baking sheet, whether parchment or a spray oil, in about 325, and basically just how you would bake your sugar cookies in the same directions in the oven. So I would place them in the refrigerator or the freezer, and so the dough can get firm and they can bake properly. Okay, how about another one? I'm going to show you how I did the sprinkles. I bet that's what you were asking for, right? I heard you. You were saying, I want to see the sprinkle Hamantaschen. How do you get those sprinkles inside the dough? All right, what did I do again with that yellow Play-Doh? I made a ball, okay? So make a nice round ball, use your muscles. And I'm going to just move this Hamantaschen here. So remember to place all your Hamantaschen in the freezer, whether it's on the baking sheet or a plate, for about 15 minutes before you put it in the oven. Put some flour here. And again, what I do next, that's right, step 2, you're going to press it down with the palm of your hands. Oh, but before that, I thought I was going to give you sprinkled. So you put your dough on your plate. Now what am I doing? I'm taking a spoon, and I'm going to put lots of sprinkles inside that dough. And I am now going to roll the ball of dough in with my sprinkles. You can dip some more in. There's never too many sprinkles. And you're going to roll your your ball of dough with the sprinkles inside of it. That's how it became a rainbow. The sprinkles are now inside your dough. Now what are you going to do? Now you're going to use the palm of your hands. Now you're going to flatten it out, just like you've been doing. And I've been showing you, but this sprinkles are inside the dough. How about some chocolate chips? I'm going to put a few. You don't need a lot because they're going to melt. So I put a few chocolate chips, or any kind of, if you like white chocolate, or this is dark chocolate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pointer and thumb, pinching fingers, same thing, and I'm going to pinch up to make the top point, and pinch to the sides, make sure it's sealed, to make the bottom point. And there is my sprinkled dough chocolate chip Hamantaschen. That has to be good. And I'm going to place it in the freezer. Now, the way I did the chocolate chip Hamantaschen was the same way. I took some dough. What did I do now? Made it like, you're right, so smart. Made it like a ball. Flattened it out a little bit. Took some chocolate chips. But what did I, right, just like what I did with the sprinkles. I pressed the chocolate chips into the ball of dough. And then what did I do? That's right, with the palm of your hands, flatten it out. I would suggest, which I didn't do right now, adding a little flour each time you make a Hamantaschen, so your surface is smooth and the dough won't stick too much. Maybe I'll put a few marshmallows in. And mine's going to stick now because I didn't put flour, but I think you get the hang of it. I put 2 marshmallows in with a chocolate chip dough. I used the same surface with the sprinkles because sprinkles are good on anything. And there you have this. And you can also add some apricot jam, just about a half a teaspoon. You can add some raspberry jam, or be creative in anything you like, and bake them according to what the package, or about 15 minutes, 325 degrees. Flour your surface and have fun. And in this cookie, this is, if you're noticing this, oops, my mask fell. This is dipping chocolate. So how about if I take, this is how I made this. I dip it in here. And then I can sprinkle up. And you put it in the refrigerator, and you can have chocolate dipped Hamantaschen. How good is that? Yummy! And I think they are delicious. This is a chocolate chipped Hamantaschen, sprinkled Hamantaschen, apricot, sprinkles, marshmallows. You can go so wild making such great Hamantaschen. This is a really fun activity. There's gluten-free dough, there's non-dairy dough. Now we have everything for everybody's likings. I just really hope you enjoyed watching me make Hamantaschen with you, and I hope you have a happy, happy Purim. Chag Sameach. Chag is holiday. Sameach is happy. Hebrew sometimes backwards. Chag, like Chag Purim, the song we sang. Chag Purim, Chag Sameach. We hope you have a wonderful, happy Purim. On Sunday, February 28th, we will be having from 9:30 to 11:30 a drive-in Purim celebration. If some of you came to our Hanukkah drive-in, it was a blast. We had a fabulous time. So we have to do that for Purim too. So from 9:30 to 11:30, February 28th, Sunday morning, drive-in Purim celebration, music outside, Megillah reading, socially distanced, masked event. Wear your costume. Groggers and Hamantaschen for all. And our Brotherhood of Temple and Sisterhood are sponsoring this fabulous event. And there's going to be games from the safety of your car and prizes too. So you're all welcome to come. If you need any more information, please call the temple. They can contact me. I'm Gail Maller. I'm the Director of Education here. And it's always a joy to share Tot Shabbat with you, and especially on Purim. Chag Sameach! Woo! Have fun! Shabbat Shalom! Oh, am I off first? Okay.
people of Bible, they're really going to do it absolutely with the whole shebang, you know? So once we get full service and the music, I'll get you an Allison. You know, I mean, it's very similar. I've got a couple of the changes, maybe a little shorter, you know?
Oh, good.
I think I'm gonna go because Eve, we're gonna see if Eve can do the photos, so maybe if she's here, she can help, you know, play along a little too. So we'll keep you all posted.